निहत्य धार्तराष्ट्रान्नः का प्रीतिः स्यात् जनार्दन पापमेवाश्रयेदस्मात् हत्वैतानाततायिनः।
O Janardan, what joy will we find in killing the sons of Dhritarashtra? Only sin will accrue by killing these aggressors. In this verse, Arjun continues to express his inner turmoil and doubts about fighting the war. He addresses Krishna as Janardan, which means one who helps people overcome difficulties. Arjun questions the righteousness of engaging in a battle that will result in the death of his own relatives and loved ones who are on the side of the Kauravas, sons of Dhritarashtra. He wonders aloud what happiness or satisfaction they could possibly derive from killing their own family members. Arjun is deeply troubled by the moral and ethical implications of the war. He refers to the Kauravas as Ataina, which means aggressors or wrongdoers. He believes that by killing these aggressors, they would be engaging in a sinful act, and he questions whether such an act is worth the potential victory.
तस्मान्नर्हा वयं हन्तुं धार्तराष्ट्रान् स्वबान्धवान् स्वजनं हि कथं हत्वा सुखिनः स्याम माधव।
Therefore, it is not appropriate for us to kill these relatives of Dhritarashtra, who are also our brothers. How can we gain pleasure by killing our own, O Madhav? Here, Arjun concluded his argument to Sri Krishna, in which he asserted that he did not want to fight. To defend that argument, Arjun provided several points: that there was no point in the war or even in living itself, that the very people that he was fighting against were the same people that made him happy, that killing his kinsmen and his well-wishers was a sin, and that there would be no joy derived in doing so. This argument was not built on any sort of rationality or logic because Arjun came under the influence of moh or delusion, the delusion that personal relationships were more important in the battlefield than one's duty. An increase in moh usually suppresses our ability to discern between what is correct and what is not. This discerning ability is called vivek.
यद्यप्येतेन पश्यन्ति लोभोपहत चेतसः कुलक्षयकृतं दोषं मित्रद्रोहे च पातकम्।
Although they see the fault of the destruction of the family and the sin of hostility to friends, those with their minds bewildered by greed do not see. In this verse, Arjuna is describing the state of mind of the warriors on both sides of the battlefield. He acknowledges that despite the obvious faults and sins associated with the destruction of their own kin and the enmity towards friends, many warriors are blinded by their desires and ambitions. The word lobopatachitasha refers to those whose minds are clouded by greed and desire. Arjuna observes that these warriors are unable to see the consequences of their actions clearly due to their attachment to material gains, power, and personal interests. Arjun's observation serves as a reflection on the nature of human psychology. When people are driven by their desires and attachments, they often become oblivious to the ethical and moral implications of their actions. In this verse, Arjuna is pointing out the tragedy of the situation. The impending battle is not just a physical conflict, but a clash of values and relationships that will lead to destruction and suffering. He is grappling with the dilemma of how to balance his duty as a warrior with his love for his family and friends.